Good morning YouTube. As you can see, I have only just got up. Apologies for the dressing gown. But the reason that I'm filming this whilst I'm still in my dressing gown is because I wanted to do a little vegan porridge video this morning. I have done one of these before. This is a slightly different recipe. I'm doing this because I love porridge. It's one of my favourite things to have for breakfast, and I'm doing a 30 days to healthy living challenge at the moment, which is a clean eating challenge. It's no alcohol, no refined sugar, no caffeine. Therefore, hang on, I've got herbal tea. So, herbal tea this morning, and yes, you guessed it, my herbal tea is from Arbonne. So having that this morning helps to flush toxins from your system. But part of the reason I'm sharing the porridge video is because the general concept for this 30 days to healthy living is having smoothies for breakfast, which are lovely, but it's cold, it's winter, and I don't know about you, but smoothies in the morning when it's chilly are something that I just find makes me colder, and I'm not actually 100% at the moment. I've got a bit of a cold, so if I sound like a bit croaky, that's why. So I wanted to share the porridge recipe because it does actually fit with the clean eating, with the exception of, I'm not too sure about the maple syrup. It's not a refined sugar, but it is a sugar. So maybe, maybe not sure. So anyway, without further ado, I will get on with it. So the first thing you need for porridge are oats, gluten-free for preference. Most oats are gluten-free, you don't have to buy special ones, but check the bag, check the ingredients. So I need 60 grams of these. Just got my scales out below me here, so if they have not turned off, I did have it ready, but they've switched themselves off. There we are. So I'm just going to measure out 60 grams of oats. It is quite a lot, but there we are. Let's get some more. I've probably got about one more in there, maybe two. Need to do some chopping. So those oats are going to go in my saucepan, like so. Oats in the saucepan, and then I'm adding to that 150 millilitres of boiling water. Now I soak my oats for a few minutes before I start cooking them, just to help them absorb the moisture and feel a little bit smoother. I'm just going to give that a quick stir, just to get all of the oats encompassed with the water. There we are. And if you do put fruit, like dried fruit in your porridge, like sultanas or raisins, I recommend soaking them with it because it makes them that little bit softer. But I'm not putting any dried fruit in there this morning, so that's now on the hob. So, what happens next? I need to measure out my plant milk. Now I'm using almond milk. This is from Aldi's. It's not very expensive. I forgot how much it costs. Sorry guys, budget vegan, can't remember. But you could use soy milk. My diet is no soy, so no soy milk for me, and I don't like it anyway. But you could use coconut milk, you could use hemp milk, you could use oat milk, you can use pretty much whatever milk you like, just not dairy milk, because why would you want to? So the recipe says 100 millilitres, but I personally find that isn't enough, so I'm doing 150. You can do it as you like. It depends what consistency you like your porridge. Some people like it thicker, some people like it runnier. I'm on the slightly runnier side of the divide. I don't like it too thick. Air bubbles. There we are. So that's measured out, ready to go. Now then, just going to pop that back in the fridge. I know one thing I haven't got out ready. Bear with me, I'm just going to get blueberries out of the freezer. Now you could use fresh blueberries, but I don't have any. Did I buy any blueberries? No, I didn't bother. Okay, not blueberries, woodland fruits. Thought I had frozen blueberries, I don't. I'm going to be using this instead. Black forest fruits, so that's got blackberries, cherries, black currants, red currants, and grapes. I think it might be grapes in there, so just put a little bit of fruit in with it. I normally do fresh fruit, but I need to go shopping. So normally I would put fresh blueberries, fresh raspberries, and sometimes fresh blackberries on my porridge, but I've only actually got blackberries left, and I've got about 5. So I'm cheating this morning using some frozen fruit just to help the flavour a bit, give it a bit different. So we'll try that and see. But if you don't like it, you don't have to include it. You can also put a banana in with it. Just depends on personal taste. So hopefully that should have finished soaking now, so I'm going to get on with it. You're not going to be able to see me do this because of where my camera is, but I will try and talk to you at the same time. I should really have put my camera the other side, but there's nowhere to put it, which is not very helpful. So all I'm going to do is add extra bits to the porridge. I'm just going to put the gas on. Oh, not that one. I have a gas cooker, so I put it on a low heat. You don't want it too hot. And then to the porridge, I'm going to have to move the camera. You're not going to be able to see me at all otherwise. Okay, bear with me. This is going to shake a little bit. So, and get my hand in it as is usual. If I move this, where am I going to put it? Over here. Hopefully. Bear with me, guys. You can kind of see me if I lean down. So, cooker is here. You can't quite see my pan and you can't quite see my head either, but hey, if I lean, you should be able to see what I'm doing. So, I'm going to add my almond milk in with the porridge and the water. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir because it goes a bit congealed. So just stir it up, it'll loosen. It's actually stuck a little bit to the bottom of the pan this morning, it's not done that before. So I'm just loosening that up, just giving it a bit of a stir, just to make sure it doesn't all stick to the bottom of the pan because we don't want that. Just to loosen it up. Sometimes when you add water to it and you let it sit, it goes a bit congealed and lumpy, but just stir it, it'll come loose, it's fine. There we go, getting there. Bear with me, just giving it a bit more of a stir. That should do the job. So, into that I'm going to add a little handful of frozen fruit. I'm not going to do too much, just want a little bit. So, just adding some fruit in there, that should do. Add a couple more cherries because I like cherries. Stir that in, just gives it a bit of flavour. It's something a little bit different and it helps to add, makes my porridge an interesting colour. It's gone purple. So just pop those back in the freezer. Here we are. And then what else goes in here? So we've got the oats, we've had them soaking in water, we've added the almond milk and the frozen berries. So now I'm going to pop in some coconut oil, just a teaspoon of it, because it helps to add a little bit of depth of flavour and it also stops your porridge from sticking to your saucepan, which I really like about this. So I'm just going to put in, again, this coconut oil comes from Aldi's, it's not particularly expensive, I recommend getting it from there because it's cheaper than anywhere else. This is how much coconut oil I'm putting in, so just a teaspoonful really. Pop that in, I'm just getting the excess off the side of my spoon. There we go. So add that in there, it will melt in and just give the porridge a nice consistency. It's definitely gone very purple, this porridge this morning. Now because my fruit is frozen, it does obviously have some water content which is going to make your porridge slightly runny. Just cook it for a little bit longer than you would normally and it will be fine. I mean, porridge only takes like 5 to 10 minutes to cook normally. So I just added my coconut milk, not coconut milk, sorry, coconut oil. There we are. It's called Coco Loco. As I said, it's from Aldi's in the UK. And I think it cost me about £2.50 for this jar. So, pretty good value. Then, what else are we adding to this? Well, secret ingredient. This is my favourite thing to put in porridge. I'm going to be putting in, again from Aldi's, some almond butter. Tastes amazing in porridge. I wouldn't have thought to do this up until recently. I have nicked this recipe, by the way. It's not my own. It is from Deliciously Ella. You will have heard me talk about her a lot. I really like her recipes. They're clean eating, they're healthy, they taste good, and I really like them. So I'm just going to stir in that almond butter, help it to melt a little bit. It gives the porridge a really nice flavour. Obviously, almond butter is really good for you and tastes really, really great. So stir that in there. And then I'm also going to add, as I said, a little bit naughty, but a little bit of sweetness. I'm using maple syrup because it's my preferred method. It's like I said, it's not a refined sugar, but it's still sugar. But, you know, it's breakfast. I need a bit of sweetness. Now, you could use agave nectar if you wanted to. I personally don't like it. And you could use date syrup or another honey alternative, or if you're not vegan, you can obviously use honey. But not for me. So Yum. Right, so pop that back in the cupboard. Now, this isn't in the recipe, but this is just a personal preference. I'm going to pop a little bit of cinnamon in this porridge as well. So cinnamon's going in, just a little bit. I also sometimes put pumpkin spice in there for a bit of difference of flavour as well. So stir that all in. I'm trying to do this to make sure you can actually see me at the same time. Oh, burst one of the berries. So the texture of the porridge is completely up to you. I don't like it too thick, so this is getting there for me. Obviously you can't see this, but it doesn't look very attractive in the bowl. But porridge is porridge, right? Porridge never looks particularly attractive, but it tastes good. So I'm just going to let that boil, and then on the top of it I'm just going to add a little bit more almond butter probably, and the rest of my blackberries because they need using up. There's only a couple of them left. I literally have 5 blackberries. So they're going to go on the top. Just doctoring this one because it's got a bit of an icky bit. Checking they're all alright. They look okay. Excellent. So there you have it. Dead easy, really quick to make, tastes great, and warms you up on a cold morning. So this is now going to go in my bowl, which has Eeyore on it because I'm a big Eeyore fan. There we are. Eeyore! Had to show you that. Are we there? I think we're there. Yep, so porridge going in the bowl. You're not going to be able to see me do this properly. And sorry if you can hear my neighbours, they're outside and I can hear them. I don't know if that came through on the sound of this. Goodness me, this is a lot of porridge, guys. This is probably would do 2 people if you wanted it to. Just make sure I get it all out of the bowl. I always find that porridge sticks like crazy to the saucepan, even with the coconut oil. So, just going to add my blackberries on top. Make it look a bit pretty. And a tiny bit more almond butter on the top. And you're good to go. Breakfast sorted. If I can get this almond butter off the spoon. Doesn't want to come off. Now I've got it all over my hand. There we are. And of course you have to lick your fingers when you've had it in almond butter. So, there we are. So the finished product looks like, I don't know if you can see, that's my porridge with my blackberries and my almond butter. That'll be my breakfast this morning with my nice cup of herbal tea. Really healthy, keeps you going, keeps you full up until lunchtime and sometimes beyond. And yeah, it's great. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I'm going to be trying to do a few more recipe videos in the next few days because I haven't done that many recently. So if you like this kind of video and you'd like to see more recipes, please let me know in the comments below. And also if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be most appreciated. And please feel free to subscribe. You'd be very welcome and we'd love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great morning and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now. Hang on a minute, it's not letting me switch the video off. Sorry guys, see you later, bye.